One, two, three, four, five.
Top 5 news.
Top
bringing,
5 news.
bringing to you in 1080p. Yeah! We have top 5 news for you today. And number 5 is...
Number 5 is, it asks a question. Do your parents still treat you like children? Like the people who are watching, are you a working adult? Or even, going to college and you feel like you're becoming an adult and yet you go home and your parents still treat you like a child. Like they tell you to make sure you take a shower and all that stuff.
Make your bed before you go out and all that stuff.
And it could be very annoying and degrading sometimes because you could have one life outside of home and you're making money, whatever, you're making, you're doing stuff and then you come home and then your parents kind of still see you as like children. The article talks about that the problem lies in the extension of adolescence, meaning before, people used to go out, get married, and have jobs and stuff. But now, being in college, you become more dependent on your parents, and so the parents accept that and embrace it, but we don't.
We don't.
Yes.
All right, number 4.
Bing, 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 bing.
Number 4. Evangelical Christians made this brochure, a booklet, 24-page booklet, talks about sex. Now, while it talks about sex, covering a lot of stuff about sex, it's why are you laughing? It's not a funny stuff. Take it seriously. You grow up. No wonder your parents treat you like a child. It's just a different approach for Christians to reduce the amount of abortions happening in this country. Instead of coming up with like baby dying and just graphic images, they wanted to talk about sex and how valuable it is and what it means to have a baby and all that, to give the readers some ideas how precious babies and all that is. So check it out.
Yes.
Alright, number 3. There was an event, a week-long event called the Porn Event. It's a website designated for people who search for porn on the internet. They designed it so that it will pop up when somebody searches some sort of like porn, XXX, something like that, on Google or whatever. So the website talks about how the event came about, what it's really about, and all the good stuff. So check it out. Hey, number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2.
I bet you never knew that there was a relationship between American Idol and Christians, right? Because we're like, no idols before God.
So funny, Veronica. Wow, we're going to get so many viewers today.
The article talks about that kind of relationship because many of the contestants grew up singing in the church, and that's where they started. And then actually a lot of the winners are the ones who come from like the Bible Belt of the United States. And so, a lot of churches have become the fan base of American Idol, and they actually praise American Idol for being a platform for to showcase how there could still be these kind of shows with strong family values and positive messages and stuff like that.
All right, number 1.
What color should I do for number 1? Green.
Green. All right, number 1. Why green?
Oh, me.
Yeah, number 1.
Number 1.
Bridge people.
Bridge people.
What the heck is bridge people?
Bridge people are the people who are bicultural and like me. So if you're a 1.5 or a second generation person, probably more so 1.5, you have 1 foot in one culture and another foot in another culture. This article is really interesting because it says that these are the very people who the writer, he feels that God is using to spread the gospel, to reach the people who wouldn't have previously been reached by those who are just monocultural, which are, just people who only have one cultural background. And it's really interesting because he goes through a biblical context of how people like, Joseph, Moses, even, Saul, who later became Paul, and Barnabas, these very people who are spreading God's message, they were into they had two backgrounds, you know, whether it be they were a Jew or they were Egyptian. You know, they shared a lot of ethnicity background, and so it benefited a lot in spreading the gospel.
Announcement. This week we have some new videos coming out, obviously, but we've been talking about this show for a while now. But No Bull will be released this week, and it might be already released by the time I upload this video on YouTube. If it did, I'll put a link down there. And I really want you guys to talk about it. The show is great because it talks about all the issues that your pastor or church might not want to talk about. You know, stuff like sex, drugs, abortion, and all the other stuff that you had questions about church or in your Christian walk. And if you're not Christian, maybe you have some questions about Christianity, and these are the topics. The show will talk about the topics that people usually shy away. I think the first one is about commercializing churches, right? Church making money. What do you think about that? So we'll have that, and we have a lot of episodes coming up with some hard-hitting questions, like Pastor Randy would say. So check it out, and yeah.
One more announcement. Creative Juice Night 2, those, is coming up in July 17th, which is a Saturday. If you are a musician or you're in a band, and you don't have to play Christian music, but if you have original content, we are looking for people to compete. The registration is going to open up soon, so check back here for the link. We'll try to keep you guys updated, but be thinking about that. There's some good prizes in store for the winner. Again, like we mentioned, last year Clara won, and she went on to do great things. Well, this event is going to be a really good platform for whoever wants to, you know, seriously pursue music.
And get their name out.
Yes, and we're hoping to use the resources that we have in order to help this person out, or even anyone who competes. So if you're interested, even if you don't win, I think it'll be a good experience for you. So make sure you get in the know with that, and then you can also email creativejuice@kacmedia.org. Email address will be on the bottom for more info.
All the other newest video, we always, as soon as there's a new video, we post them on our Facebook fan page, facebook.com/KCmedia, or Twitter, twitter.com/KCmedia. On our website, you can always check it out, kcmedia.org. So check us out. Check us out. Check us out.
Check us out.
Check us out. And that's it for this week's Top 5 News video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe.
Check it out.
Check it out. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.